guys, Christina with Forever Bored Soapery here, and today I'm going to challenge myself. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. So I picked out a fragrance oil today for my goat's milk soap of apple bourbon toddy. It's one of my favorite scents. I know I made a soap in this before, but I didn't remember it accelerating, but according to the website for Windy Point, this baby accelerates like a mother. So originally I had plans to do like a mosaic kind of block shapes, whatever, in the molds, and that's not gonna fly if this is gonna accelerate. So what I've done is I've separated out my fragrance oils for each of the colors, and I'll just mix one color at a time and then get it into the molds right away, sort of thing. So that's going to be the plan. So we're going to have to be working fast, but really paying attention to each step. So fingers crossed we pull that off. So I've got my oils here ready to go, and I have put my kaolin clay in there already. Plug in. What is going on here? There we go. Okay. I prefer this stick blender over some of the others that I have. It's the first one I ever started with, and impossible to find anymore, but if you ever see one at a garage sale or something, I recommend picking it up. So I'm just adding in my coconut oil. Okay, we'll keep that guy for later. Okay, and I'm gonna get my goat's milk in here. So much milk. We're finally milking again, which is exciting. One of our does fairy tale is 2 babies on her right now, but they are old enough now to start sharing milk. Okay, I thought about scrapping this whole video, but I figured why not? I'll just chat for a minute. So I was making this soap. I talked about the apple bourbon toddy was going to accelerate like nobody's business. And then I, of course, had a customer come in and had to deal with that. And then another customer came in, and you guys missed the whole thing because I was trying to make soap in between helping them. So I couldn't leave it to wait too long. So I ended up getting my first layer. I did a green, it was a dark green mica. All these are from Windy Point. I did the dark green mica. I did a layer of that in the bottom of each of these. And then I did the mica orange red as the second layer. Both of those poured amazing, nice and flat and perfect. And it didn't accelerate too much before I got them in there, which was perfect. I was very happy. And I guess I got cocky. And I went to pour my red vibrance from Nurture soap. I have some still kicking around. I don't know why, but I do. So I had some red vibrance from Nurture soap, so I figured, well, I'll do that one next. And I was chatting with a customer, and I maybe blended it just a titch too long. It did not go in so easy. So when I poured it, it just basically erasing, I think is what we call it when it does that. So it wasn't so much that it was hard as a rock, but it was starting to get kind of granulated looking sort of thing. So I got it all in there, but there was no way it was going in flat. That wasn't happening. It was getting pretty stiff at the end. So I ended up just rolling with it and going, well, this is what I got. So I just made sure all the tops were really kind of mucked up, I guess, so that I'd have some texture in there. And then I went ahead and I've poured my white here on top. Now the white on top is just setting up here for me. I want to be able to kind of do like peaks and valleys and stuff in here. and it's not even remotely ready to do that yet. I thought about piping, but once I realized that the other one was going to accelerate, I figured that was enough enough challenges for one day. Me and piping don't get along really well, so I don't do it often. So I did that, and yeah. So I'm just waiting for my white to set up, and then when it does, I have all of these lovely little leaves that I'm going to put on top with different colors. So I did like a bronze mica. Is this one bronze mica? I think this is the orange, actually. I think this is the orange red mica. It's just I did a little bit so it was softer. And then the red are iron oxide, red vibrance with a little bit of the bronze mica in there to give some glitter. And this one was the dark green mica, so just kind of nice. And I think what'll happen if everything worked in my favor, the layers that are in here are going to be much darker than this, but this will be a nice little softer shade on top if everything went my way. And I think this will end up being a very beautiful, nice smelling soap. And then what I also did before I got started here today is I marked 4 of my molds, if you can see them there. I marked them so that I could see where my embeds or whatever, embeds are gonna go on the top, so I can see what they're gonna look like and all that jazz. Getting very impatient. Yeah, so that hopefully I can make it so that I've got some good cut lines in each, and I want to try and get, if I can, one of each color in each bar of soap. We'll see. So we'll see. But overall, it didn't work out 3 times the way I wanted to, because originally I wanted to do kind of that mosaic look. Had to shoot that down as soon as I realized that it was going to accelerate. I did think about going to another scent. I was going to switch to balsam cedar. Just didn't feel like the right scent for the autumn feel I was trying to go for here. So I scrapped that, went back to the apple bourbon, went with the layers. Layers didn't work out completely because of course it went all wonky at the top. Fine, rolling with it as we do. And now we'll just see if I can get the top to work out perfectly with some beautiful leaves on top, and it'll be done. So that's my excitement for today. I'm so sorry that you missed the entire soap. But I guess that's just the way it works when you're running a store at the same time as making. It is what it is. Had I fully realized how complicated this one was going to end up being, I probably would have done this one after hours rather than during the work hours, just so that I could focus on it. But oh well, it's there, it's in the thing, and I still think it'll be a gorgeous soap, so I'm pretty happy with it. The other thing I wanted to do, actually, I can't do it now, but I will do it. I just remembered I wanted to do like a dark green drizzle in there. To kind of connect the leaves, just because I felt like when I looked at this tray, the green almost felt like it didn't jive with the other darker kind of colors. It almost seemed a little too bright to me. So I thought if I did a little bit of a green mica in the middle there, in between everything, like that drizzle, that it would just tie it all together. Hopefully, we'll see. So I'll figure that out. I don't know what my plan is to get that. I might take this dark green mica and maybe just add a tinge of black to it to really darken it up. I'll play with that a little bit and we'll see. But yeah, I think what I'll do is I will step away for a minute. I will go and putter while this hardens up enough that I can work with it the way I want to. And then I'll bring you guys back and we can put on the leaves and do the drizzle, and at least you'll get to see some of my soap. I need to make complicated soaps more often. I get more customers that way, apparently. That's the way she's gonna go. Now, I did get this one. I've got all the little dudes on it. I went with 4 on each. Might try something a little different on the next one, but I'm happy with it. I'm okay. but I forgot my drizzle that I talked about. So we're gonna try to get it in there. It's kind of a little bit here and there. Not that it's so much looking as drizzle as little spots, but I think it is tying it all together, but it is a little bit closer to that other green still. I didn't add the black, I chickened out. But I think having that extra green in there is actually working okay. I'm happy with that. So I don't know how much you guys can see. Let's spin it around. So kind of a bit uniform on the top there. Just rows, it'll slice nicely, I think, and good. But I think I might try to do like a bundle of leaves on one side this time. And so they won't all look exactly the same, but I think I'm gonna try it anyways. So in theory, go green one, and then maybe a brown one nice and close, followed by this one. And I didn't do a sparkly one yet, so let's give it one of these. There's a sparkly one. And then it's just like a little bundle of leaves in the corner. I think it looks cute. Just make sure it's so tricky to make sure it stays in the line. Here's hoping. Okay, I think I like it. I like the idea of just having the bundle of leaves there. So we're gonna roll with that. See what we can do. Some of these guys might end up getting cut off. I just don't see how they wouldn't. Still think it looks cute though. Pretty happy with it, but I think I need to try to go odd and even with the sizes here so that I'm not getting, so I've got maybe a little bit more room in between the cuts, if that makes sense at all. I need a green. Let's go with this one. I think I'm just being finicky now. Finicky little bits. And I need a sparkly one. Do this one. I just can't decide if that actually looks like a nice bundle of leaves. It kind of does when you come back from here. Looks like a nice bundle of leaves. And then I'm thinking about maybe doing a little bit of a mica shimmer, like a, yeah, like tapping some mica in the white. Who knows? does look really good. When I look at it from this angle, it really is doing what I want it to do. So that makes me very happy. But whether or not when I'm selling it, we would look from that angle is a whole nother ball game. Oops. I put my two browns side by side, which I have been avoiding doing, but I don't know that it breaks the bank. We will find out. I think it'll be fine. Doing this one with all the little ones. It's looking kind of cute. I like that. That's cute. Do another one. The green leaves. No sparkle one. Guess I don't have any. I've used them all. I can see that I used them all. Oh well. All good. That looks lovely. Okay. Let's go. Big guy. Little guy. Cute little guy. And another little guy. Okay, one more. I know I'm overthinking this, but I can't help myself. Very mint. Wrong one. I need the dark one. That should go. Some of these are not as beautiful as I would like them to be, and they just need to go towards the back. Okay. See if you guys can see it there. I like it like that a lot, but I'm leaning towards, instead of the green, doing a mica thing. So, let's see if I still have my paintbrush. Aha. So I want to just very lightly put it on here. I don't want a ton. Loving it. Oops, went a little nuts there. There, and I just did the tiniest little bit, and I think I'm very happy with that. So out of the two, I think I like this one better. A lot. I like it a lot better. So I'm gonna keep going with this as my plan. Yeah, that's the goal. So move this one over there. Love the bronze. That looks amazing. I don't remember which order I made these in, so. Ooh. Okay, we better get these tops textured first before I do anything else. Get this one done. It's not so bad. Just kind of scooping everything up and around here. And we'll get it more into place. I had a lady in earlier. If you happen to be watching, don't know if you do or not, but if you happen to be watching, I forgot to give you your 10% off today on your rocks, and if you come back in, I will make that right. This got in my head. All right, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know what I was doing quite there, but my lines feel weird. One of these guys, and a cute little branch. All right, and then we got to do a little one. I got to start paying attention to the ones that are a little beat up and make sure that they're getting towards the back. Ones I apparently did a very good job of that color. I don't see any beat up ones. Okay, lots of beat up ones of these ones though. It's interesting. I wonder why. I have so many beat up ones of one color, but not of the other colors. You know? I really like just these little leaf ones. I'd like to do something with all of them. Yeah. I didn't know that I have to use these ones up. I might have made enough that I have extra. But when they're buried in the back like I've been doing, you don't really notice them so much. Anyway, so. So today has been a busy day for customers. That was kind of cool. Can't complain when that happens. That one screams of, I need to be in the back. So cute. Just so cute, guys. I have decided to stay in the shop from 11 to 6 all week this week to allow people a chance to get some shopping in before we get to, I need sparkly one, before we get to school being back in and my hours not being open so late. So hopefully people take advantage of that. Seems to be the case today so far. That I've noticed. And plus I really need to get some stuff done around here. I needed to get some soaps made, and there's just, yeah. I got a lot of cleaning done last week. I was happy about that, for sure. And then, yeah, we'll see what the rest of the week brings. Okay, I think that's it for the ones that I had done sparkles on, or mica. So now we are just getting them in there. And I think we'll start picking the best of the best and leave whatever doesn't look great behind. So cute. Okay. And we'll get some of this on here because I loved it. Like I'm really excited to see how these cut and look, because I'm pretty happy with the way they've turned out. I think we're just gonna do a lot of speeding through this. Hopefully I remember to. This is gonna be a long video otherwise. Number 2, looking beautiful. Hey guys, I am back with the cut of the apple bourbon toddy soap, and it's been, I don't know, like 18 hours I think. I do think it went through a bit of a gel phase here, so it is ready. Usually it takes me the full 24 to unmold, but she seized up there a little bit, so I think that helped push it through the gel phase, so that was great. So we can cut it now. So we're gonna go for it. I'm gonna start with the first one that I did with the layers of leaves. We'll see how she turns out. Looks like the bottom 2 layers are as beautiful as I was hoping them to be, which is lovely. As much as she came out really easy, She feels like a little bit of fragrance maybe coming out the sides here. Not like a lot, just a little moist. We'll have to see how that does. Just trying to line everything up here as best I can to hit as few little guys as possible. I think we're okay here. Fingers crossed. We're doing pretty good, I think. Ooh, she's hard to get through. Good thing I'm cutting now. I think if I waited the full 24 hours, we'd have some issues. So you can see the lines came out fairly nicely there. I don't know if you can see the little bit of moisture. Probably not. Oh, there you go. Maybe a little bit of seepage there. Have to keep an eye on that. Make sure it all goes in. All right, so we've got, and then the little leaves all the way across the top. I think it looks good. Pretty happy with it. And then same deal. Open the top again. And she's pretty good. Now this scent is supposed to discolor, so I am expecting each of my layers, well the bottom two anyways, to maybe go a little bit more of a brownish tinge to it. Still hopefully maintaining the color, but just having that little bit of a tan to it. It does say just discolors to a tan, so it doesn't say to brown. So I figured it would still hold on to each of my colors there fairly well. We shall see. Could always end up with 3 layers of brown, which I think will be okay too, if that happens. I don't think it'll hurt anything. It smells so good. So I am actually pretty happy with the way that that turned out. In the loaf, it was kind of like meh, but as a piece of soap, I'm actually really happy the way that that looks. I would do that again for sure. But let's see what this guy looks like. I always know that my soap is ready to be cut when it pops right out of the mold, no problems at all. That's when I know I'm good to go. When I have to fight with it, it's just not ready. And I need to learn to be more patient. As you can see, maybe on that side, it's not quite, it's kind of holy because it had started to seize and I didn't get it mushed down enough. But we'll see if it actually affects the bar. Sometimes I find it doesn't even hurt the bar any, it's just there. The layers are looking good. Okay with them. Okay, now to see if I can avoid as many. I think we're gonna have some hitting there. I don't think we can avoid that. I think that's the best I'm going to be able to do. We'll see what that brings us. Just a little bit on the edges of a couple of them there. The one, it looks like the leaf may have broken. Just too bad. This guy here, the little leaf piece broke off. Shove her back in there. Okay, same old, same old. think there's a glycerin river kind of running just above the brown. I doubt you're gonna be able to see that on camera, but it looks like there's like following the curve. I find that very interesting. So let's take a look here. Oh, that's the broken one, and it broke off. Oh wow. We won't worry so much. Let's take a look at this guy. Yeah, I think that's a glycerin river. That's so cool, the way that it did that. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with the top as well. Though I must be honest, I might like the other top better after all of that. I like one, it just depends on the cut, I guess, right? I preferred this one in the loaf. It looked prettier, I think. Like, it's good, but I think I like the one with all the little leaves across the top better, interestingly enough. I'm really happy with these colors. I really hope they stay to some degree, because I'm very happy with these as fall colors for sure. When I look at the top of this, it's so pretty. So pretty. Try turning this around, see if I can avoid more leaves this way. I think to a point it was just the way I did things. Like on this end here, it's really tight. Once I started getting smart and doing the rotating a big leaf and a small leaf, it definitely improved. Just nicked a couple here and it doesn't look too bad at all. I don't think you'll even notice that I did it. I really hope you guys could see that glycerin river. It is very cool that it did that. I'm assuming because the brownish layer there got so warm when it was accelerating, and then the white didn't have any fragrance in it, so it's probably substantially cooler that forced that, but it actually looks kind of cool. Like, it looks intentional. It runs all the way through. Kind of happy with that. Guess in a way of ways to force glycerin rivers. Accelerate the heck out of one layer and use cool soap batter for the next. I don't know if you guys have really gotten to see the little leafy texture there on the top. Kind of cool. Okay, one more. I had to do some master batching of lye this morning. So I've got 4 cooling here right now. The containers that I had found are just those, they call Ziploc? I think they're Ziploc containers. They are just a titch, they fit, everything fit, but it's like filled to the brim kind of deal. So I'm not super stoked about that. And I had an afterthought when I was making it that the reason that the last one that I was trying to open wasn't opening well for me is probably because I put the lid on while it was still warm, like fairly hot. And that's probably why it sealed the way that it did. So I'm gonna work really hard of not putting the lids on these guys until they've cooled. I would like to have a station where I can make my lye solution indoors, so that I have a little more control. I don't like making it outside. I just always worry that somebody might accidentally touch it or something when I'm not paying attention or whatever. So I get stressed about that. This one is very off-centered. Oh my goodness. I don't think I have a choice but to cut off some. Just trying to see who's getting cut off, who I prefer to have cut off. I think it's just gonna be a lot of everybody, so we'll just settle in and make it happen. I'm gonna try and get some videos uploaded today. Once my lye water has cooled, I'm going to get a batch of my Sharp Dressed Man made up because I'm sold out of that guy. And it's my husband's favorite, so he insists, it's great. He tells everybody it's his favorite. And it sells out because they all want to try his favorite. So I need to get that one stocked up, and then I might do another one today. I just don't know which one yet. Just depends on how the day goes. Definitely uploading some videos. It's been a little sporadic with that lately. It is what it is. I just have my ebbs and flows, I guess, of things I'm doing, and I've been trying to actively take time off this summer on the weekends, so I don't hopefully burn out. So I've been really focusing on that and going camping and all the good stuff. We're gonna try to go one more time in September, and on September long weekend, and then it'll be buckle down. We start driving school bus and doing all those things, and yeah. So I'll try to get you guys some more videos here going. I have to wrap my Dreamcatcher's Gentle Snowfall soap. It's ready to be wrapped. And yeah, basically making soap, wrapping soap, uploading videos about soap, just soap. Anyways, yeah, that's it for today. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed watching me make it work when it started to seize up. And I'm really happy with these soaps. They look beautiful. The nice autumn looking soap that I think is great for Thanksgiving and Halloween and all the good things. So I'm really happy with it. I'm gonna let you guys go for today. May you all be forever bored, and I'll see you on the next video.